welcome to day 6 of our 10-day Revitalise challenge. We are over halfway, so well done for all of you who are carrying on. If you can do something consistently for 10 days, brilliant, but it's okay to have a little break. So if you find that you're not able to do it consistently, that's absolutely fine. Just jump in on this when you can. Always remember to plan your day. So we're going to be starting on the floor today. I've got some hand weights here. You can choose to have them or not. Everything we can do is without. If you don't have little hand weights, these are only 1 kilogram in weight. But if you've got some bottles that you can have filled with rice or water, or tin cans from the cupboard, that's a perfect way just to get a little bit of resistance into your arms if you'd like to do that. So we're going to actually start on our backs. So let's just come around, lower ourselves down, just nice and slowly to the floor. Get yourself into a nice position. I'm going to take one weight on either side of me. So make sure you have them on either side so that as and when we want to use them, we can. And we're going to just get ourselves started. So just let's make sure that our feet are nicely situated. Our legs are hip width apart, and that we want to recognize that we have a neutral spine, that everything is a nice long line. We've got a nice box shape. So between our shoulders and our hips, we've got a nice box position. And I want you to put your hands onto your pelvis to begin with. We're just going to do a little bit of a pelvic tilt, okay, just to get our backs activated and mobilizing. So we're just going to push our navel down towards the floor as we pelvic tilt up to the ceiling, pressing our back into the floor, and then coming back up to neutral. So take a deep breath here. Exhale as we push our backs into the floor, mobilizing through and coming back to neutral. Now try not to squeeze your bottom. Exhale as you press your back into the floor. Inhale as you come back to the top. Let's do 2 more of these. Exhale as we lower our back into the floor. And then we're going to come back up to neutral. And 1 more. Good. And back up to neutral. Well done. All right, we're going to put our hands actually behind our heads. So just link your fingers, press them behind the back of your skull, just so that your hands are in a sort of like a hammock to hold your head. And we're going to make sure that our feet are close to our bottoms. Don't let your feet be too far apart, away from your bottom, and also that your legs are hip width apart. All right. So we're going to go into a bridge from here. Let's just make sure that we have a nice flat back. We're not going to go into an imprinted spine before we go up. I just want you to squeeze your glutes, push through your heels, raise your hips up as we go up. Good. And then we're going to lower ourselves down. We want to try and get a nice line between our shoulders, our hips, and our knees, lowering down. Take a breath. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, press through those heels and raise up. Keep drawing your ribs down towards your hip bones. Abdominals are in and slowly lowering down. Good. Now on this next one, we're actually going to do a little bit of a head raise. That's why our hands are behind our heads. Take a breath. We're going to bring our chin to chest and shoulders forward. And then we're going to go into a bridge raise. Good. And then slowly lower your head down as we bring our hips back down. And we're going to do it in more of a sequence. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imprint your spine this time. Bring your shoulders and your head forward as we raise into bridge and lowering down. Now, if anything feels uncomfortable with bringing your head and shoulders up, please just leave your head on the floor. And again, exhale, push your back into the floor as we come up. We're squeezing away and then we're lowering back down and back into the floor and restart. Excellent. Coming up again, press your back into the floor, squeeze and raise. Nice flat back. We're drawing down our ribs. Coming back, you'll see that we just bring our chin towards our chest so our shoulders come up. Exhale again as we do this. A nice flow motion. It's a very good mobilizing feel for our spines. And we activate through our glutes, our abdominals, and also through our cervical spine. Squeeze and raise. Last one. Good. And lowering back down. And head comes back to the floor. Great. Come back to neutral. Arms come back down by your sides. Good. We're just going to activate through our shoulders and our arms. Just take your arms into vertical for me over your shoulders. We're just going to do a little bit of a backstroke arms. We're just going to take our arms back. Draw down your ribs downwards towards your hip bones as we then come back up to the top, and we're going to just open out and just do that little backstroke, coming back up to the top, opening out through our shoulders, stabilizing through those feet. Good, working through our arms. Good. Again, let's do 2 more. Rotate. And the other side. Rotate. Good. Bringing your arms up, and then let's take them all the way down. Now then, we're actually going to also do a little bit of a rotation out with our arms, and we're going to do a snow angel. We'll just stay in our nice position for the moment. We're just going to turn our palms to the ceiling. So we're just going to take our arms and we're going to take them up overhead. We're going to take them all the way over behind us. We're going to rotate our palms to the ceiling, circling out, around, and then back to the start where you rotate your palms to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms come up to the top. Take your arms back. Make sure you're drawing down your ribs. Rotate your palms to the ceiling, circling out and around. Let's do one more just like this. Take a breath. Exhaling, arms come up to the ceiling. We're taking them up and over. Palms go to the ceiling, rotate around and come back to the start. Now then, if you want to, you could grab hold of your weights and we'll just start adding this in. So put them into a hammer hold position. Now then, as you do this, you're going to have to really draw down your ribs. So let's do that again. Exhale as our arms come up. Take your arms all the way over, control it, rotate your palms, circling out, around and back to neutral. Now, if it feels too much with those weights, please put your weights down and just carry on with what we're doing. Coming up and over, hold, rotate those palms, circling out and coming around and down. Now we're going to add in a bridge. So if you want to do the bridge with me, let's go. Let's push our backs into the floor, squeeze your glutes, raise your hips up into a nice long line. Hold at the top so you get your bridge in a good position. Then we take our arms behind us with control, rotate your palms, circle around. As your arms come around, we're going to lower our hips down towards the floor and come back to the start. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imprint your spine, squeeze your glutes, push through your heels, arms come up, hold at the top, squeezing those glutes. Let's allow our arms to come back, really pull in through those abdominals, letting everything stabilize as we circle around and come back, and then lower our hips down to the start. Let's do one more of these. Take a breath. Exhale, imprint your spine, squeeze. Now, if you find the bridge going up into the bridge is too much, just keep your bottom and back on the floor, and then you can just continue around. Good exercise for our shoulders, our arms. Let's lower our hips down to the floor. Put your weights down. Great job. Bring your legs into you. And let's just take a deep breath in here. A little rock massage the bottom of your spine. Good. Feet come down to the floor. Arms go out to the sides. We're going to do a T position. So arms come out, nice long arms. We're going to keep our weight into our heels. Make sure your feet are still nice and close to your bottoms. We're going to draw our ribs down towards our hip bones. And as we do that, we want to take our arm up to the ceiling, both arms up to the ceiling as we bring our leg into a tabletop. And then we're going to lower our arms down and take our foot down to the floor. And we're going to change legs. Draw down your ribs, opening out through your chest, and then we'll draw everything up. Exhale, open out and keeping everything as it is. Good. Again. Exhale, we're drawing our abdominals down to the floor. As we open out and lower down, we're keeping everything pulled in, stabilizing as we go. Nice long line with those arms, tabletop leg, opening out and coming down. Now, if you would like to add your weights in, if you don't want to, that's fine. Make sure you have a little bit of a bent elbow, okay? So the hands aren't all the way to the floor. We want to keep a softened elbow. Let's start with our right leg again. Off we go. Coming up now, as I say, if you don't want to use weights, please don't. You can fist your hands and still maintain what we're doing. Control as we squeeze up with those arms and draw that knee up. We're going to draw those ribs down and our abdominals down to the floor. Again, exhale, coming up. Nice long line. Coming out and down. Well done. And again, coming up and lowering down. Two more if you can. Exhale, raise. Inhale, lower. Last ones. Up we go. Good. and lower back down. Great job. Pop those weights down. Let's bring those knees in to your chest. All right. We will be putting our feet back down to the floor. Arms will come down by our sides. We're actually going to do a little bit of a knee opening, a knee drop. What I want you to do is put your hands onto your hips, okay? We want to actually open out through our hip, but we want to maintain our hips up to the ceiling, okay? So we're going to just open out our knee, but I want you to draw down your abdominals. Everything is stabilized, but we just want to open out a little bit of a move onto the side of your foot and then squeeze and raise back up. Now then, if you don't feel anything when we do this, you are rocking. You need to check that you're not moving. So you can have a look, keeping this leg vertical as this leg opens out, and then you're squeezing it right back up to the neutral position in the middle. All right, let's do that again. Head to floor, opening out, making sure nothing else is moving. So keeping your hips and everything drawing into the floor. Abdominals are drawing down as we open out. And again, opening out the other side, pressing your standing leg into the floor and then drawing that leg back up. Let's do 2 more. Breathe as we open out. Well done. Coming open, squeeze up to the top. Well done. And the other side, opening out and then draw back up to the top. Well done. We're going to take our arms down by our sides, imprint your spine, push your navel down into the floor. We're going to take our right leg into tabletop and our left leg into tabletop. We're going to stay in this position. Now then, if anything feels uncomfortable, you can take one leg to the floor. We're drawing down our abdominals down into the floor, so we've got a good engagement through our big deep TVA. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap down our right leg to the floor, towards the floor. If you can't reach the floor, that's fine. Extend your leg away and then bicycle your leg up to the top and then back to the start. Okay, take a deep breath in. We're going to tap our foot almost to the floor or to the floor. If you can, keep pushing down with your back into the floor as we draw up. Now, if this is too much with this leg in tabletop or this leg in tabletop, you place your foot to the floor. Tapping down, extend away, draw it up and come back to center. Good. Again, lowering down, draw down your ribs, abdominals down, extend away, pulling up and back to center. Again, breathe, exhale, lower, extend away, inhale, bring yourself up and back to the start. Again, exhale, lower, extend away, bring your leg up and back to start. One more on each side, tapping down towards the floor, extend away, draw that leg back up and into tabletop. Last one, down we go, extend away, circle and bicycle back up to tabletop. Well done. Bring those knees into your chest and have a little rock from side to side. All right, let's just put our hands under our knees. We're going to come into a seated position. We're actually going to turn ourselves over onto our tummies. So coming around, we're going to just do a little bit of extension work today. Coming down onto your tummies. Hands are going to be on either side of your head. We're going to allow ourselves to do a little bit of leg raise and then we're going to do a torso raise. You can actually put your forehead to the floor if you'd like to. We're going to start off by raising our legs. I want you to push your hips into the floor, draw up through those abdominals, take a breath in, pointing your toes. We want to reach away, raise our legs up, squeezing those glutes and then lowering back down, keeping that forehead on the floor. On this next one, we're going to raise our torso. Take a deep breath in, lifting your arms at the same time, pulling upwards. We're just raising up, keeping our foreheads facing the floor, and then we're slowly lowering back down. Take a deep breath in, forehead to the floor, squeeze those glutes, raise those legs, up we go. Lowering back down with control. Take that deep breath in. Exhale, hips into the floor, abdominals up as we squeeze and raise up. And then we're lowering back down. We're going to do one more in each direction. Squeeze those glutes, raising away. Lowering back down. Coming up. Good with our torsos. Lowering down. And good job. You can just relax. Let's just keep our hands here. We'll just go into a little cobra. Take a deep breath in, push your hips into the floor, pressing through your palms, raising up. If you find that just being on your elbows is enough, stay on your elbows. Otherwise, you can just press through your hands and extend away. Take a deep breath in, lowering back down, and then all the way down to the floor. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, coming up. And always remember, just listen to your body. If you feel you have a vulnerable lower back, stay with your elbows on the floor and then slowly lower yourselves back down. Extension work is really important for us. We flex so much. We do need to extend. And a lot of the time our back issues can be because we just flex all the time. Hands down by our chest. Take a deep breath in. We're going to open our legs a little bit wider. We're going to come up and we're going to push our feet together. As we come to this position, bring your feet together so you can go into a little bit of a wider child's pose. Coming backwards with your bottom and reaching forward so you can stretch out through those shoulders and arms. Nice deep breath in here. Good. And then slide your hands towards your knees. Let's come down onto our bottoms. Just coming back into the middle. Let's put our hands on either side of us. We're sitting in a nice tall position. If you find sitting on your bottom difficult, just slide a cushion under your bottom here. We're going to keep our right hand on the floor. Left arm is going to come up. Let's have a lovely stretch, looking up at that hand. And then we'll windmill that arm down and the other arm will come up as we reach over. Again, windmill over and coming up. Last one, windmill over and come over. Good. Take a breath. Coming back to the top. Give your shoulders a lovely little roll. You have done day 6. Well done. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 7. Something a little bit different for you then.